find anybody shorter than him.
Not true.
Not true. Mikey Ward was shorter.
Oh, no.
Because you were what?
Not hardly.
Because she was what?
Just kidding, pregnant.
Oh, you better be kidding. We figured it out, Joe. You were.
Now, how could you possibly, how could I
That was
possibly
a
have
joke.
to get married just because she was born in July and we were married in August?
I mean, figure it
But
out
does-
yourself.
yeah, figure that.
I mean,
You were
just-
married the previous year, or the...
Yeah, you were baby the previous year.
The following
Don't
year.
explain it to me, you better explain it to each other.
Okay, so how
All right,
did you
just
meet?
start over.
Jeez, we have to go through this again with Lauren.
Oh yeah, she just told me about it.
We met at a teen dance.
You had a boyfriend too, didn't you? What was his name?
Oh.
O'Mara?
Yeah, and you had a girlfriend, remember?
Wasn't his name Wirtz?
Yeah, she's still alive.
Yeah.
She's long one.
Yeah, and he said to me today, I'm so glad you didn't marry John. And I said, you know, I'm so glad you didn't marry Mike. Yeah. He was
Mike
going
Wirtz.
with,
Mike Wirtz.
with
Clarify
Mike,
that.
and
She's
I
a
was
lady.
going with,
Good.
and he would, on the military ball, high school,
Oh my god.
he took her to the military ball. But he came to see me first.
Oh.
And then would go and take her. This is when we were
Really?
just starting to go together, you know. And so she had his ring, and we would sit. I
Was
was
that serious?
in an assembly. It was a signet ring, and in an assembly at school, she would sit in front of me, and she was 2 years older, but she always put her hand over the back of the seat so I could see
Of course.
that signet ring. So finally I said to him, you know what? You've got to get that signet ring. You've got to get that ring back from Mike. And if you don't, we're finished. He got the signet. He got the ring back. And the funny part of it was, one of his good friends said, "Are you finished going with Mike?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you mind if I go with her?" And Bob said, "No." Those two got married. The
John
guy-
Wirtz?
Yeah,
Yeah, but he passed away a long time ago.
yeah. But I still see her
Oh yeah, she's.
at the beauty shop, and she
Oh, yeah.
always asks
Oh, she's
about
a
Bob.
nice lady.
And she told my beauty stylist that she went with Arlene Mentzer
Really? Oh.
quite a
So
while.
they have to send you. She goes to your lady.
What?
Does Mike
Yeah,
go to your lady?
Yeah, yeah. And we talk together all the time.
Yeah. Well,
Who did she
And
marry?
then one day she
72 years later.
well, one day she said to me at the beauty shop, "You know, you are so friendly." And I've known her all my life, practically. But anyhow, that's why he married me, because he couldn't find anybody shorter.
That's not true.
And we did. We met at
Ask Dad why you.
Yeah,
married.
is that
Hey,
true,
Dad?
Dad?
Why did you marry her?
You and I like to dance, and we like to go to boxing matches together.
A lot of the same
Up
interests.
at Loris College.
and he did everything but steal to come to see me, because he didn't have a car, and we lived a long ways apart. So we borrowed his dad's car all the time. And would
Where
take
did
me
you
to
live?
school.
Out north?
Yeah.
North end?
Yeah, he lived downtown, and he would take his dad's car, and I'd be walking up to school, and he'd come and pick me up, take me up to school, and when school was out, at the end of the day, he was out there waiting to take me back home.
So he
And,
was always loving.
And like I said to Lauren, it was not love at first sight, for me.
Hey, Dad, was it at love at first sight for you?
She was just glad that I had a car.
Dad, was it love at first sight for you?
Yep.
Yep.
My size, she's a good dancer.
Like to go to the boxing? That's good. That's the start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he kept coming, and he kept coming.
She liked the boxing matches too, just
Yeah.
like I did.
Yeah, and we'd walk up there. we'd meet up there, I think, and then he'd walk me all the way home, which was like 2 miles.
Oh.
And it would be in the wintertime. I mean, he went through hell and snow to come and see me. But anyhow, then I'm repeating, but I can't help it. But anyhow,
I'll listen again.
I said,
Yeah, you could leave.
finally after him
You could leave.
coming so many times and calling, first date, he called and said, would you like to go to a movie? So, sure, I'd like to go to a movie. So we went to the Avon Theater. And I don't remember what the name of the picture was, but
Do you, Dad?
Was it silent pictures?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, silent.
It was black and white and silent.
we never knew what the picture was.
Oh.
I told you.
No, they didn't have a balcony, but
You made out on the first floor?
no.
That's where Pat and I got it.
But anyhow, that was the first date, and then he kept coming and taking me to school and bringing me back home and all that kind of stuff. And finally, it got to the point where I couldn't wait until I saw him again. And I was still dating others, but I was talking.
I was working Saturday nights and she was out dancing.
And going to
But
boxing matches.
I always talked about him when I was with someone
Who were
else.
some of the guys you dated?
And then, oh, you wouldn't know them anyhow. They're all dead. But anyhow, the one said, if you don't quit talking about him, I'm not taking you out anymore. I knew I was in love. I knew it. And then as I said, I used to think, oh, his mother is so lucky. She gets to see him all day and every day. And I don't get to see him once in a while. That's how we throw kisses. Throw me a kiss. I throw it back.
He did that. They went to Mass on their anniversary at noon. And during Mass, he kept going.
Yeah.
And Mom thought the people behind him thought he had a problem. He was throwing her kisses. Throw another one, Dad.
Only one. He throws one kiss, and I catch it and throw it back.
Let this be a lesson to all
So
of us.
anyhow, then we got married, borrowed a car to go to the honeymoon.
Wait, how did he ask you to marry him?
Well, I don't ever remember him asking me, point blank.
Do you remember
Would you
Dad?
marry me?
Okay, it's Dad's turn. Okay.
On one knee? No, he was drunk. He was on both knees. No.
Okay, it's Dad's turn.
No, it was just. It
No,
was
he
to me.
remembers.
Oh, what? What do you remember? Tell me. It's a short time memory. It's bad.
You said you remember.
Yeah, he remembers.
I remember I had to borrow my dad's car to go to Mason City. We were going to Clear Lake.
Yeah, but that was after we were married.
Yeah.
No, how did you ask her?
How did
Marry you.
you couldn't ask me after we were married. How did you ask me? I don't remember you asking me to marry you. I think it was just taken for granted that we had gone together for 4 years. And
No, I was up at Loras College and I was going to school. And
anyhow, this is going to take
Well, wait,
forever.
no, that's all right. And?
I decided that I didn't want to go to school anymore. So I called her up and asked her if she wanted to get married.
You said over
Whoa,
the phone?
yes I do.
Oh, honey.
You asked her over the phone?
Huh?
You asked her over the phone?
I don't know about that. I just said I'm quitting college and
You told your mother.
told my mom.
You told her. He told his mother we're going to get married.
I had to beg my mom to go down to the courthouse because I was only 20 and otherwise I couldn't get married.
But also tell about the money that she told you you had to have. Now, this was 72 years ago. The $1,000. If you saved
yeah.
$1,000.
So I had to have that much money to ask anybody to get married.
She said, if you get it, I'll sign for you if you can get $1,000. If you have
$1,000, which would be
$1,000,
like
which was an awful
Your
lot of
mom
money
said
then.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
His mom.
Yeah, his
So you
mom
got
said,
it.
yeah,
Yes,
well, I'll
and he
sign for
saved.
you if you
Yeah.
can,
She
if
thought
you
that was a
can
safe
get
bet.
$1,000.
How did you do that, Dad?
And she was
I'll tell you how he did that.
ill, and I'll never forget. I mean, she had to get out of a sick bed and go down to the courthouse and
But
sign for me.
the way he got the money was he worked nights at the telegraph. He cut grass for his boss. He delivered papers. He did everything in the book.
Can you imagine? $1,000, 72 years.
And he did. He got that $1,000. And then she said, okay.
Think about that.
Yeah, because
He's-
how much were you making an hour?
2 cents.
Hey,
Not
when we
much.
got married, he
'Cause I know
was
what I-
making $15 a week.
Yeah.
And we lived on the 3rd floor in his dad's apartment.
Yeah. How long
And
did
paid
it?
$5 a week.
How long did it take you to save the 1,000?
Oh, it must have been a year.
No, less than a year.
Really? So that's how he got to be the way you are with
Yeah.
the money
Saving money.
and his.
That was the
And-
first thing when the doctor tested him. How are you on your finances? With the finance, she didn't
Oh,
mean how
yeah.
much money have you got. She said, how
Yeah.
are you in handling finances?
What doctor?
Huh?
What doctor asked that?
Well, she's a neurologist, but he
You mean
went
just
to her
lately?
for the
Oh,
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, right, that's the thing.
He goes to her for that myasthenia gravis that he has. And I said to him, he seems to be having a little bit of trouble, with the TV. And she said, I'll test him. And so she did, she gave him the test. It was like 15 questions, and I think there were 2. She said, he's got a short-time memory, he's fine. But first thing she said was, how are you with finances? And I said, if there's any one thing that he is excellent at, and I know nothing about, it's taking care of the finances. That man is so organized
Has
and
gone from being-
so precise. I mean, you wouldn't believe. You would not believe.
I wouldn't let her spend a nickel.
Are you kidding?
and you
There
still
was
still
nothing-
have the desk that you do all that at.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
it was his
yeah.
mother's desk.
Oh, was it?
Really?
Yes,
The desk that you work from? Oh my gosh.
I
didn't
have
know that.
refinished that a couple of times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so that's a real antique, the same as we are.
You are antique.
But-
We are antique too.
But
So then you got married and you went on
Yeah.
a honeymoon.
yeah, borrowed his father's
Clear
car
Lake.
and we went up
You
to
want it, or-
Clear Lake, where he spent his young life. And
A friend of mine came along and spent the whole time with us.
Oh, how fun.
Really? Really? Who was that, Dad?
Oopsie.
you just told me,
He turned out to be a doctor.
Dennis. Yeah, but you told me what his name was. I couldn't remember.
No, I can't remember.
Ray Martin.
Very Martin.
And he went with you on your honeymoon?
No, he lived in Mason City, and we were in
That was a
Clear
good
Lake.
friend of his.
But he came every day. Every day.
Did he really?
He came out to see us and stayed with us.
Oh, you're kidding.
No,
Oh, funny.
but anyhow. Then, after we were married, and I was pregnant with JoAnn, and he was working at the telegraph, and he had gotten 2 deferments from the service because of being necessary to work and in his job, and but finally he got called, and we had JoAnn, and I was pregnant with Barbara.
Oh, but tell how I got you. In the trunk of the car.
So, he wasn't home for Barbara's birth. Sent him a telegram. It's a girl. And we called her Barbara, but we figured, you know, we don't have a boy. We'll call her Barbara Kay, but we'll call her Bobby. That'll be our boy. Then I got pregnant with Linda. Kathy.
I wasn't there though.
No.
You were too.
Well, yeah, well, you know how I got pregnant with Kathy. He came home on furlough
In the trunk
before
of
he
a car.
went overseas. And we were good Catholics, so there was no birth control. And I said, you know, I could be pregnant. But I said, you go overseas, you may get killed and you'll go straight to hell.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, birth control was a mortal sin. And so there was no question. And so I got pregnant. So he wasn't supposed to tell anybody that he was going overseas. That was secret stuff. But he said, I'll call you, and when I go, I'll tell you your allotment is going to be increased. And I said, okay, and if I'm pregnant, I'll tell you. So when he called, he said, your allotment is going to be increased. And I said, I know our allotment is going to be increased anyhow. I'm pregnant. That was with Kathy. And so she was gone. He was gone. And my brother-in-law took me to the hospital. He sent a telegram, coming home. I'm coming home. And I'll be home. I think he said, yeah. And so I wanted to be over the pregnancy by the time he got home, so I had the baby started. She was early. But my brother-in-law took me to the hospital.
How early was she?
I don't
Early
know,
enough
it was
to be
from
brain
January
damaged.
16th. January 16th. 18th. I'm the 16th. And he came home. What was it, February
February 12th.
2nd?
February 12th.
On your birthday.
18th, yeah. Well, anyhow, so he left with one and came home to 3. And
I'm surprised you didn't turn around and go back.
He did.
so anyhow, where are we?
Kathy was born.
Back, yeah.
Now we got.
And then, he said when he left, I had to take over. At that point, we had bought 1044. And we had 5 apartments. And so when he left, I had to take care of all those apartments, rentals,
Plus the
all
3
the things
kids.
that went with it. And I mean, there were stories and stories out of those different tenants that I had. And they were always all girls. They were all women.
The tenants?
The tenants were
You
all
had that guy up on the 3rd floor who was
Clay
a diaper?
Reed.
Clay.
Clay Reed.
And you had Rachel and
Herbie
Herb.
never lived there.
he didn't?
No, Herbie was in service. And
He lived
Rachel.
there later.
No, he never lived there.
Really?
That I remember.
Tell him what
remember
happened
he did.
when you went down to the 2nd floor bathroom.
We remember all the
I
people.
remember that.
Yeah.
Beulah and
You
Rachel
remember
and
that?
Rachel.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Rachel and Herbie and Rachel.
He was in
Colvin.
service, and she called
She lived there.
and said that she was having trouble. I went up and here she had a miscarriage in the toilet.
Who?
Little-
Rachel?
Rachel.
Oh.
They never
Darling
had
baby.
any kids, did they?
Mm-mm.
Who was the one who hung herself?
Beulah.
Oh, Beulah.
Beulah.
You can't. You don't
This is
remember
what I went through
Beulah?
with those
And Irene
apartments.
lived across the hall from Beulah.
Huh?
Irene lived
Yeah,
across
yeah.
the hall, and Irene found Beulah.
And Rachel always lived with her
Hanging in
sister,
the closet.
Dolores.
Yeah.
They're both dead.
Huh, I thought Rachel and Herbie lived there together.
No, Rachel always lived with her.
How did we know Herbie then? Because we were.
I don't know. Well, Herbie went with her all the time. But anyhow, I always made a joke. said, now honey, you keep the home fires burning when you left for service. Oh, don't worry honey, I'll keep the home fire burning. And then I said, you know, if I hadn't smoked, I wouldn't have started that damn fire.
Did you live from day one on Locust
No.
No, we lived on Bluff Street,
in an apartment?
across from
Where?
Telegraph.
Across from the telegraph.
Yeah. Had an apartment
For
rented
how
out
long?
up there.
For how long?
Oh, until, well, Barbara was born there.
In the apartment?
In the rented, we
Right.
rented the place. And anyhow, that almost brings us up to the present time.
Well, no, you got two more babies, Linda and Mary Rita.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I don't think so. We got two more births to go through
Yeah.
from Locust
well, it was
to
10 years.
York.
And I was playing bridge and I was playing golf and he was
Wait,
working.
can we go way back?
Wait.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
back?
Wait.
When I was born,
Mhm.
your mom was still alive.
Yeah.
She was 44 when she died, wasn't she, Dad?
You were
Yeah.
6 months old when she died.
And you took care of her.
Yes.
Yeah, I gave her
Through you
her hypos.
Yeah.
nursed her through
Yeah.
her
She was in
cancer.
hospice. Yep.
I mean, they would
She was
call
not-
at 2 o'clock. She was in such pain. They never went to the hospital.
We'd
She
go
would
down
be
to-
in such pain.
We'd go down to Diamonds
And,
and get her a chicken dinner.
Yeah.
You remember
And
Diamonds?
Yes.
the doctor showed
Yes.
me how to give the hypos on an orange.
Yeah.
He said, "This is the way you do
So
it."
that's what you did.
And so I gave her all of her hypos. And I never ever thought his mother really liked me. Maybe it was because we were married so young or whatever. But right before she died, she said to me, "Arlene, you are really an angel."
Oh, yeah.
And that stuck with me, but good, you know. But I don't know what the heck I'm crying about.
Well, that's a memory.
Huh?
That's a memory that you took care of her and she was 44 and you were there.
You were an angel.
And you were an angel.
Well, I'm still an angel.
I know. I know.
But anyhow, then time passed between
There were three
Kathy
of us, and we did lots of vacations with Rich and Mary and
Del High.
at Delhi and
O'Leary
Yeah.
Lake, do you remember that?
Did
Yeah.
you see the
Like
show? Ronnie said he saw it twice.
What?
The whole thing on Delhi. Like, after the flood.
oh, yeah, that's no longer there. But
It was all about how people are trying to.
You're right.
yeah.
but we had
Okay, so Kathy's.
A lot of good
I'm
vacations.
10, and now all of a sudden we find out. I think I'm
I
10.
was 10. I was 10 when Mary Rita was born.
I'm
well,
in
we
8th grade.
decided with Mary Rita that it was time. After all these years, I think we thought
This is
we should have another baby. I mean, 10 years of
We put you
doing
on an
nothing
altar.
and playing
Doing
around
nothing?
and having. Well, I
remember
mean,
that?
you know,
You don't
Do I remember it?
But do you
I've
remember
I've
the
seen
story?
pictures of it, yeah.
whatever, and
Oh my God.
by that time,
I remember.
Kathy
that
is
was
10 years
yesterday.
old. And
Yeah, I was in
no,
8th grade.
She
I was in
more than
8th
10.
grade.
No, I was 10 when Mary Rita was born.
Oh, okay. So,
Tell about the story about you were friends with all the nuns and when Mary Rita was born because you prayed to Saint Rita. That's
no,
why she
no,
was
that
Mary
wasn't
Rita.
it. When we decided that we should have another baby, and so we went up.
We don't need to know how you did it.
No, I know. So I was in labor, and the nun was there, and she said, "This is a boy."
Oh,
She
my God.
said, "I am sure this is a boy. The heartbeat is very strong.
Slap her
You're
from
going
one
to
side.
have a boy." And boy, Bob was thinking,
Finally.
boy,
Were you, Dad? Or
Raise me a boy.
were you
Bob
thinking
loves
that?
sports.
Yeah.
I know.
He yeah. I mean, yeah. You were the boy. Yeah, and so I'm sure he was happy as all get out. Now we're finally going to have that boy. So the baby is born, and they came out and they said, "You have a beautiful little girl."
And Dad said, "Oh, what?"
Oh, hell, that isn't what you told me. And
Liar.
Oh, liar.
That's probably the worst thing I've ever heard him say.
so,
But I was satisfied.
so 3 years later, we had the Kathy. I mean, the
Linda.
Linda. And but anyhow, then we stopped calling Barbara Bobby because we thought Kathy would be a boy.
No,
Linda.
Linda.
Mary Rita.
No,
Linda.
Mary
no,
Rita.
we called
Mary
Barbara
Rita.
Bobby,
Until Mary Rita.
and then Linda came, and I got pregnant.
Mary
with her, and we
Rita.
said we better because I said we better. Oh, we better quit calling her Bobby in case we have a boy.
Because Mary Rita is going to be a boy.
No.
The
no.
nun said that.
No. This is different. This is when I got pregnant with Kathy.
No.
We had
Linda.
Barbara, and we called her Bobby K.
Oh, this is going way back.
Yeah, and we called her Bobby K. But when I got pregnant with Kathy, we said we better not call her Bobby anymore, in case we have a boy. But so we gave up the name Bobby K. and called her Barbara. But anyhow, then we had 3 years later after Mary Rita.
Then
we
Linda
decided
came, so
she
what
should
did
have
they
a
say?
playmate. So we had Linda, Nina.
And this is
Nina.
this was going to be our boy for sure.
Nina. One day she's Linda, one day she's whatever. What else are they deciding?
Nina?
Is that what you want to be called, Nina?
Nina.
So that's not the end of the story. Keep
Nina.
going.
Nina.
Well, here we are.
Well, whatever's pops in your mind.
72 years later,
72 years later,
here you are.
here we are.
Your
No more
ring.
babies.
Nope. I have the
Except for
ringtone. New
grandchildren.
York, New York.
Okay,
What?
how many?
Your ringtone.
5 daughters.
25,
How many grandchildren?
Yeah, we have
18 grandchildren.
18 grandchildren, Mama.
24 grids.
25.
25.
Great.
25 plus 2
Coming.
coming.
Plus 2, yeah. Plus 2.
Oh, plus 2.
Yeah. I was thinking, who else?
That ship has sailed.
That's
And praise God.
And-
Praise God. Praise God.
I've got to say, and Bob says constantly. What do you say constantly?
You're a sweetheart.
No, about the kids.
That I was your favorite.
Bunch of sweethearts.
That no, not one. We have been the most fortunate parents. I don't know if it was fortunate or if it was by the grace of God, because God was in our family all the time. You know, we've been asked many times, what's the key to a long marriage? And I always said, first of all, the first key is that God was in our family all of the time. All of the time. And then the second key was that we have relied on one another all of the time. I can't live without him, and he can't live without me. And the day he dies is the day I die. Or the other way around.
No, they are.
And we're going to go together.
You want to do what that couple did.
I live in the house, so
Yeah.
so it included like all the food,
Hey now.
room, and yeah.
There was a piece in the paper yesterday,
So if you're gonna,
and it was the same, almost the same
say
thing.
you guys live there
He died, and 2 hours later she died.
because you're paying
And I think you
for all
can
the
do
food
that.
anyway.
And they had 5 kids.
today, so
Yeah.
you're gonna come over for lunch,
Yeah.
dinner.
And they were married 71 years. They were in a nursing home. And I mean, that's why I say the first key is that we thank God that for our health and for giving us this many years. We had nothing to do with that. So by the grace of God, we can celebrate 72 years. But then on the material side, we relied on each other always, always. Not that we couldn't be separated or that we didn't have our own things to do, but
So they're
it was
both
always,
yeah.
I did only when I said, I'm going to do this or he's going to do that. You know, we just, we were part of each other, that's all. And I don't know what causes that. Maybe because I relied on him so much for so many things.
But that coffee's good.
And he relied on me because I kept the house and I took care of the kids while he was gone, and I always had a meal on the table at night. We always 5 o'clock. If you weren't there at 5 o'clock,
You were in trouble.
you were in trouble.
Deep.
And to this day,
Did you live that too?
I am no longer a good cook, but I thank God for TV dinners because now he still has a good meal on the table.
Tell him about the lasagna story. That's so funny. Then we'll close.
I bought.
The good
Everybody's
cook.
talking
Listen to
about
this.
lasagna. How good the lasagna
It's
is.
funny.
You know that you buy. So I bought it.
Okay, listen to
I
this
bought
one.
a
Dad
package
never
of
complained.
lasagna, and I did it. I went according to the directions on the box, and then at the last 15 minutes, you take the aluminum foil off, and then cook it for the last 15 minutes, which I did. What? It was a disaster. It just went. There was nothing to it. I don't know what happened. If the cheese all disappeared or what happened to it. But anyhow, he never did he ever complain about a meal. He has never complained about, I don't care what it was. He's never complained about a meal. So anyhow, I put the lasagna on
So
it,
funny.
and I thought, this is going to be a good test. He's going to have to say something bad. So I put the lasagna on the plate, and he ate it, and I said, well, how was that? He said it was filling. So I thought, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I was very serious. I said, I'm going to get you. So I said to him, would you like another piece? And he said, I said it was very filling.
She's a good one.
Oh my God, Dad.
You just couldn't do it, could you?
No, he would not. He would not give in. I told you it was filling. But, so then I did get another one. The last one I had was Stouffer's, and that was really good. So I don't cook anymore. I don't do much cooking.
Do you remember when I went to that strip club over in East Dubuque, and you found out the next day, and you came into my room?
I don't think they found out.
Oh yes, they did. Yes, they did. And Dad came into the room, and he goes, "I just have one thing to say. Nice girls don't do that."
I've never gone to a strip club.
And well, it was in East Dubuque, and it was a novelty. This guy was coming, and he danced on the tables, and the line. I mean, the TV station was there taking. I think that's how you found out. I was being crushed in line, and sure enough, I got in one of the chairs. Right, he danced on the table, and then he came and. And I'm there, with my girlfriends, and I hear, Mentzer! There was a girl across the way that saw me.
Dad, you're our red as a sheet. Look at you.
And he came in, and
I've never seen such a big smile.
here I was trying trying to be discreet, and somebody sees me with this guy twerking in my face, and then the next day he goes, "Nice girls don't do that."
No,
You could have just beat me with a stick, and it would have been more pleasurable.
And that's all he
I
said?
would scream I would scream and holler at the girl, at all of you girls for something wrong.
No.
I was so anyhow. I said, I'm going to tell your dad when he comes home. So I would tell him. He would take you by the hand and take you in the bedroom. Whatever he said, I would never know, but it was never anything
Yelling?
loud.
No yelling.
Nothing. He, and to this day, I figure that the reason that you girls admired him so very much was because of the way he parented. He was the old saying, water, water runs deep. What is that?
Carry a big stick or?
No.
Still water runs deep.
Still water runs very. And I was always the babbling brook.
Oh no.
And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
What,
There's
there's
Well,
nothing
it
wrong with
might be
that.
okay, but who did you admire?
Both
Your
of
whole
you.
life.
Both of you.
No.
Oh, no,
No,
wait a minute. Don't put yourself down.
no, not.
You're
no,
telling
there
Now
us.
is-
stop it.
I can say something.
Okay.
About 12 years ago or so, I married my father. I did.
See, this is what I mean.
Well, you wouldn't want her to marry your mother.
Babbling brook.
The other thing is, it's a compliment to each other.
Yes.
You know, that's.
Oh, I have another
that's-
story. Anybody?
Yeah.
Want to hear? Okay. Well, when I was in 8th grade, I was going to school, and the phone rang. Just randomly, I picked up the phone on the wall, and my girlfriend said, "Meet us at Sully's. We're gonna skip school today." And I said, "Okay." Twist my arm. And so we went, and we met at Sully's, and then we went down to Catfish Creek, and we hung out all day, and then we came home like we'd been at school all day, except I had a sunburn. And then, sure enough, there were some other young boys there that got found out, and so they ratted on us, and so we got in trouble. And my mom and dad took my side. They didn't yell at me. They said, "We're behind you. You should be punished, but their punishment is ridiculous. They can shove it up their ass." Well, they didn't say that.
You are absolutely.
But you did, don't you remember? They said you can't go to your 8th grade picnic.
This is
You
8th
can't
grade?
go. Yeah, you can't.
Skip school in 8th grade?
We're talking about 8th grade.
Oh, such a terrorist I was. And
Strip clubs and 5th grade.
and you can't go to the dance, and you've got to scrub toilets with nuns watching over your shoulder, and you got to take a little scrub brush and clean the tile underneath the chalkboards, and they put me in the closet.
Oh, you got it.
Well, maybe they did put me in the closet, but they were.
We didn't do that.
No, the nuns. And so you said, "Father Banning, enough is enough. You dirty rat bastard."
Was Kathy there?
And they said she served her punishment. She had to do 5,000 hours after school, and then said enough is enough, and you left that parish.
You weren't going to graduate either.
Oh no, you couldn't go to the graduation dance, even though it was off campus, off the grade school campus.
Off the playground.
Don't you remember? I remember you were playing cards with Betty Takis and having minced ham at the kitchen table. And you're like, "Oh, honey, don't worry about it. Because we're on your side."
Did she have her leg up like that too?
She said, "Don't you worry about a thing. We got your back, sister." And I'll never forget that. I thought, here could be, two parents that really grabbed my ass and twisted it. What? Put it in a vice and just really cranked it hard. example of the one behind me. Oh, there wasn't anybody. But you know, she was older. Oh yeah, that's right. I always thought you were older. But you remember that? You remember? You don't. It's a true story. Hand to God. It is. It is a true story.
Yep.
And that's when you
So
started going to
good,
St.
Mom.
Joe's.
Oh,
So don't ever put yourself down.
No.
Don't ever short cheat yourself
No, you were
because
there
Hey.
behind us.
Yeah.
you know what? There was a homily yesterday, and it said he said humility. People always think that when you're humble, when you tell of all of your shortcomings. He said there isn't such a thing as humility. When you do that, it is a lack of self-esteem, and that's true. That's true.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm talking about me.
Are you talking about me, Willis?
I'm talking about me. And I'm also talking about him. He's always putting himself down.
Oh, don't raise the roof.
Yeah.
Raise the roof. The party's
Because
in your
he-
house.
Oh, sure, I made a mistake. I never do anything right. Well, geez, when you live with me, you never think anything is right. I mean,
Well, that's my one.
that
my
was another
story.
thing that kept us together.
Oh, wait, I have another story.
All right, tell it.
Okay, real quick, I'll just tell you. It was Memorial Day weekend, and I had my boyfriend over. I was 17, so
Who was your boyfriend?
it was 1976.
So it was great.
That guy over there.
Oh, he was your boyfriend?
Yeah, and you remember your breezeway?
Yeah?
Well, he lost his contacts on the floor.
On the floor. Why?
What?
Why?
Or so you said.
That's what I said. So it was late at night, and fortunately, you like to go to bed early. But Dad got up and he came in. Greg, do you remember this?
You didn't have contacts in '76. Yeah, that's code.
That's code for we were on the floor rolling around doing console hockey, and Dad came in and he's like,
Ew.
"Oh, I think it's time that you leave now, Greg Dodds." And so I'm like, "Oh, don't tell Mom. Don't
I
tell
don't
Mom."
remember that.
Oh, don't you remember? Then we went to the Memorial Day parade, and I was yawning, and you looked at me and you go, "Oh, I know why you're tired." And I'm like, "Oh, don't say anything." And he didn't. He didn't tell.
Who didn't tell?
Dad.
Dad.
He kept our little
He kept
secret.
secrets.
Until just now?
She blew it just now.
It's a true story.
That's why I got one of these.
I remember there was
things over my
a
head.
time too when you were the culprit in the family.
Most of the time.
Yeah, you were. Because I remember one time I caught you were out drinking.
Linda?
Yeah.
No.
She probably had like one glass of wine.
No, she was out drinking.
Well, you didn't go to your high school prom because you were drunk.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was my date.
Yeah.
You got that story totally. Wait,
Oh,
stop
that was your date.
stop the
That's right.
presses.
Oh, look, he's leaving.
Sisters.
Hey, Mr. Gray.
She knew better. She just threw a little match on it.
Okay, anybody else have stories like Kathy?
Well, let's get back to this.
Well, let's get back.
She didn't go to the prom because she stood. I remember that one very clearly. She stood at that window waiting and waiting and waiting for him
For
to
who?
come and pick her up. She had this gorgeous dress on and everything, and she waited and waited, and she started to cry, and he never did show up.
Well, good thing he
Greg?
wasn't with someone
Greg.
else.
He
You
was out
Rat
drinking
bastard,
like a-
Greg.
Yeah, rat bastard.
You rat.
Greg, tell
They
us
never
your
went
side
to the
of
prom.
Tell us your side of the story, Greg.
I had bad
Carb.
soup that day.
Bad soup.
The best you can do.
Yeah, bad soup.
And what happened
As I
then?
recall, it was a bad bowl of split pea soup.
Then what happened?
Stomach flu. Stomach flu.
Yeah, he kept
tried to
throwing
kill
up the next morning.
I tried to kill it with a little vodka. That did not work. I was young, I didn't know any better.
I'm surprised that she stayed with you.
Oh, I am too.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I thought he was drunk and he couldn't go.
He was.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, he says he had a bad
Soup
bowl of
equals-
soup. He was.
Drinking.
That's code. Soup.
Oh, funny.
Split pea soup equals brass monkey.
I don't ever recall you pining away waiting for me.
Did she go to?
And me not showing up.
Hey, did she go with someone else?
She was
Did
at
As
she go
if
by
you would
herself?
have shown up
I
with
grabbed
it.
my wallet and keys and I don't know what the hell happened to her.
No.
No.
Why? Why? Was it
Okay,
foot?
who else gets to go on the hot seat?
What is she doing?
He said, yeah, I remember you standing at the window. Oh, didn't you?
Yeah. She was crying.
Okay, Barbara, you have any stories?
Oh, no.
He isn't going to come.
I have no stories. Everything
But she
that
had this new
I loved
dress.
everything that you said.
You have no stories? Come on.
No.
You and
no
Ron?
stories, No.
I didn't care about him not coming. It was the dress I was feeling sorry about.
Kathy, any stories?
No. I
Wait, I got-
trespassed and rode a horse.
Trespassed and
Oh,
rode a
you
horse.
remember that?
Yes.
And it was Kling's farm. And didn't the daughter ride the horse and she was thrown? They were gonna sue us?
Oh,
I remember
you
that.
didn't-
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
know.
think Mom knew that.
No. Of course it would have to do with a horse
Yeah.
or a
Do you remember
animal.
that, Dad?
Yeah, up in Arnold's Park.
Where?
Arnold's Park, wasn't it?
Oh,
Down in St. Donatus.
oh, wait, no, but we did go to Arnold Park on vacation one time, and you girls all went
Horseback riding.
horseback riding,
In the
and
rain.
I wanted to go horseback riding too. If they're going, I'm going. So I got on the horse, and you girls all trotted off. My horse went out about 5 feet, turned around, and went right back to where he was tied up. And they told me that a horse knows who's on his back, and he would not go with me. So I never got to go horseback riding.
You did in Arizona. Didn't we all go horseback riding in Arizona?
The gals were sliding around.
That was on at Arnold's Park.
I thought it was Clear Lake,
No, this was at Arnold's Park. This was a different.
because I remember that like it was yesterday, going like bad on the hill,
Yeah.
up the hill.
Here I am. Come on, come on, come on. Never got out of the gate. Never got out of the gate.
Well, is that all we have to say here?
Yeah, we should go out and take pictures
Okay.
before we get